Greetings, Star Citizens, and welcome back to the Verse. In today's video, I am on board my Aegis Reclaimer above the rather lovely planet of Crusader, and in today's video I am gonna... It's a very quick one today. I'm just going to showcase how to find a specific item for the updated Wikelo Polaris quest. Now, this is the main Polaris quest, so when you're gathering all the pieces together to actually build the Polaris and complete that contract, this is one of the kind of... It's not really a new item, but this particular one was very difficult for me to find, and I couldn't find anything online about it whatsoever, even when I searched on Spectrum, which is CIG's kind of community forum for the game and their update hub and stuff like that. I couldn't find anything on there about this either, so why not jump on the opportunity while it's there, although I will say that in future this will probably change, so I'm gonna have to either update or remove this video if they do make it redundant. So this is pretty much just for the current patch of 4.2.1 and then any future patches where they keep it in. And what we're looking for today is a certain quest item for the Wikelo Polaris, which is called Atlasium. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that you already know about Atlasium and where to find it. You can find Atlasium in Pyro. It's part of a group of small, high-risk but high-reward hauling contracts, commodity trades, which you can do in Pyro, but you can only get them in 1 or 2 SCU box sizes, whereas if you'll allow me to quickly show you the contract, this took a bit of working out as well because they haven't worded it fantastically, but if we go to, it should be called now Make Polaris, there we go. Quite a lot is needed for the Polaris these days, but the specific one we're looking for is this one here, so bring 0 out of 6 of Atlasium 8 SCU to the Emporium stations. You can take them to all 3. Now, we had a bit of confusion in our org because we are doing a monthly giveaway of Polarises to our org members. We have kind of like a raffle event and stuff like that. We got a bit confused about this because a lot of us originally saw this and thought, oh, you have to get 6 SCU and an 8 SCU store roll, and that's that. You completed it. So a few of us went off and were gathering the 1 SCU boxes and stuff like that. That's not the case. This is, you have to bring 6 8 SCU boxes of Atlasium. And we didn't even know these existed. And I did manage to get lucky and find it yesterday afternoon, so decided to make this video today just to kind of showcase to people where you can find this specific item. You do have to be in Stanton for it, and I have only found it at 1 area so far, but I will be searching in the future to try and find some more, so I will try and update this post or this video if I do find any more locations with 8 SCU sized boxes, which is why I'm above Crusader. So in total you'll need 48 Atlasium, but you need them in 8 SCU box sizes. So, here we are above Crusader, beautiful planet, big gas giant, absolute nightmare to fly in and out of in a big ship because the atmosphere is a nightmare, but in terms of gear and weapons and stuff, you don't need much. The area that we're going to is also one of the areas which is featured in the new event, the Second Life event, so it's usually quite busy with players trying to do their hauling contracts to complete the event. But it is also surrounded by an Armistice zone, so you can't really be attacked within 5 kilometers of it, so you don't really need to defend yourself too much. So the only thing I would really recommend bringing is just a max lift. I can't really see it from here because there's not a lot of space. I do have a max lift, and I also have my multi-tool down here with a tractor beam. Any kind of tractor beam will work. The standard multi-tool tractor beam can handle an 8 SCU box, but I usually bring my max lift nowadays when it comes to, there it is, the max lift tractor beam, which is your 2-handed one. I'll just pull it out for you there. There we go. It's quite a big one. It does have a much larger range, and you can move a little bit quicker with it when it comes to tractor beaming boxes, so I always prefer using that. Anyway, let's get back in the pilot seat. I do have a paint skin on my Reclaimer. Just quickly give it a second. There's also a bit of a bug with the Reclaimer, which sometimes when you get out of the seat and get back in, these 2 screens don't work, which is rather annoying. Anyway, this is my Reclaimer. Lovely ship. I do enjoy flying this beast. And it did recently get added back to the website shop as well, so you can get this for store credit rather than having to earn the 31 million it costs in game. Right, so the moon that we're looking for is Yella, which is quite a popular moon. Grim Hex is nearby, and it's also quite popular in terms of doing bounty contracts and Vaughn missions, all that stuff as well. So Yella is quite a popular area. but we do need to go there. The facility that we're looking for is on the surface, but I will point that out once we get there. So let's set our route to it. We're already in quantum mode, so let's just get moving. It's one of the reasons I decided to start at Crusader rather than starting in Checkmate, is so that we didn't have to cut out about 20 minutes worth of jumping time. Oh, we have a raft. We have seen an increased amount of Argo rafts this patch, given that it is probably one of the best medium-sized hauling ships currently. But we're going to go through the planet. Ooh, that was close. Luckily enough, it's a gas giant, so we shouldn't really worry too much about going too close to the surface. Right, here we are at Yella. That's my Aphorite paint skin that I've got. I believe this one is available in the online subscriber store. And there is Crusader behind us. Beautiful planet, I do love it. Reminds me of Jupiter, obviously. Oh, just turned into a rock there. And here we are above Yella. Right, so the specific area that we are looking for is ArcCorp mining something. Let's have a quick look. ArcCorp mining area, and we are looking for number 157, this one here. Set our route to it. We should be able to just jump straight there. There will most likely be quite a lot of ships in the area. Again, like I said, a lot of people are doing the Second Life event, which is currently active in 4.2.1. So we're going to be competing for landing spaces. And I don't even know if we're going to be able to use the freight elevator to even call these boxes up. I don't like pushing in when it comes to that. The event is very limited, whereas I would imagine this update to the Wikelo Polaris might stay for a couple of patches, so I can always save my stuff here and get it in the next patch. There we go, ArcCorp Mining Area 157. Although I will say that they are quite frequently wiping commodities and containers and stuff like that throughout patches, so
travel complete.
If you do spend the money to buy the Atlasium from this place and from other places, if we do find some more that it's available at, I would recommend getting it out and using it as soon as possible, because this is one of the commodities that could be wiped on a new patch. Quite annoying that I don't have access to my screens, because I can't turn on my incredibly bright lamps that are on the front of the ship. It's one of my most favourite things about the Reclaimer is how bright the lights are on the front. And there is the mining area down there, quite a small area. Now, the Reclaimer is essentially a capital ship, salvage, like industrial ships, so you do have to be aware when flying this thing, especially in atmosphere, that it does take a while to slow down, so it's not something that you can just quickly turn on a dime. You have to be very careful when landing this thing and taking it into atmosphere. I've learned that lesson many times over the past few days. So we've deactivated quantum mode. We're also going to put the landing gear out. Probably two of the most effective ways of slowing down from quantum travel speeds is turning off quantum mode, because it will limit your ship's top speed and slow you down quite quickly, and then putting your landing gear out as well, as it will then, if you haven't changed it, it will then force your ship to go to at least 30 meters a second, or at most 30 meters a second. For these larger ships, it's not a rapid descent or a rapid slowdown, so you can't really trust it, especially if you were, say, hull sea hauling, and you had a full load on the spindles. You wouldn't be able to slow down very quickly even with the landing gear out. The mass of the ship is taken into account when it comes to this kind of thing. A lot of ships here. If we're lucky enough, we might even be able to find some that are abandoned, which is something I'll do later. I'm not here for that right now. Just make sure I'm not going to land on anyone. Even out the ship, and let's pop it down. There we go. I will say one of my favourite ships about the Reclaimer is when the Reclaimer is landed, it does look a bit like a tarantula. Whoa! That was very bright. There are some lighting bugs when it comes to the Reclaimer as well. Right, we are here. Let's head over to the back. We need to get off the ship. Now, there are two ways of getting off the Reclaimer. Again, this isn't really supposed to be a video of showcasing the Reclaimer, but there is a small elevator here that takes you out to the surface. I'm not going to take that because it's a very, very janky elevator. Your character does not like standing in it. So I'm going to take the standard way out and go out the back. I will say one of my favourite ships, or one of my favourite things about this ship and its interior, is that it does remind me quite a lot of some of the interiors for ships in the Alien universe, especially Alien 1 and 2, or Aliens. It's very cool. I have spent more than a few times looking around the ship for hunting for a xenomorph egg. Alright, we need to exit ship. There we go. Hopefully we haven't landed too close to the surface and our cargo elevator doesn't shove us off the ground. Oh, and yes, in case you're wondering, I have renamed my Reclaimer because I did buy this in the website store. It is called the RRS Potato. Oh, our elevator has gone into the floor. Not great. We are going to put the elevator back up again because I don't trust the players. There we go. Make sure it's going back up. Right, so once you arrive at our Corp Mining Area 157, you are looking for a small building. If you can see through the windows, when you find the building, you'll notice one of the windows has, you'll see like an NPC just kind of stood there. Don't believe it's this one here. This one looks a bit too big. It's almost like a one-room building. It might be this one over here. Yes, it's this building right here. So this is the best way to identify it. It does have those kind of 4 orange lights on the roof there, but I believe some of the other buildings have that. But you can see through the window there is an NPC stood right there. I don't think we can see them very much now. And we are heading into the building. It will have an airlock, so you'll have to cycle the doors. Go. Good afternoon, sir. I am here for your commodity terminal. This is the screen you are looking for. It's the commodity shop. Open that, and you should see Atlasium listed on the right-hand side. There we go. Unfortunately, we cannot buy what we want right now because there's only 4 SCU available. But I will quickly showcase if we put the location on the left-hand side, which is the inventory. When this is properly working, it doesn't properly work 100% of the time right now, but when this is properly working, you can actually go to a commodity shop and pick which inventory your stuff that you purchase gets sent to. So if you're buying, say, single chunks of a certain ore that you can carry in your backpack, you could send it to yourself. If you wanted to put it on one of your specific ships, you could select it here, or if you just wanted to send it to the actual freight elevator of the area that you're at, you can just select the area. There we go. And then you can see on the right-hand side here, Atlasium. It's only got 4 SCU available at the minute. It is 73,606 units per SCU, so it is very expensive. And the available cargo size in SCU is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 24. So there you go, we can buy 8 SCU boxes from here. And then obviously down here is where you'd be able to pick how many you wanted to buy, how much it would cost you, all that good stuff. So, sadly I can't buy any to showcase it to you right now, although if I do go... Is it possible for me to check my station inventory? I do already have an 8 SCU box here, which I managed to purchase yesterday. Don't think I have it here. I don't think I'll be able to check because these guys are probably using the freight elevator right now. I can see people... Yeah, there's someone unloading and loading over there. I don't want to interrupt his business. But I will quickly go over this way and show you that this right here is a landing pad. It won't fit a reclaimer on it, sadly. Poor reclaimer's too big to land on most pads these days. But you can access your inventory. If I can run around this guy's ship. I really hope he doesn't think I'm going to steal from him. I mean, he can't shoot me anyway, but just to be safe. Just next to that atlas there is a screen. You can access that screen to see your inventory, which will then be able to call up anything from the inventory in that freight elevator there, and then you can load it on your ship. Now, one thing about this area, with it being an Armistice zone, you can pull out your tractor beams and use them on this area here, but as I run back over to the reclaimer, I will quickly show you. After a certain distance away from the cargo elevator, your tractor beams become unusable. Still usable there, keep going further away. There we go. So I now cannot use this. The game isn't letting me because I'm outside of the zone of which I can actually use it. So when you come to pick up your Atlasium 8 SCU boxes, try and land as close as possible to the freight elevator, just to make sure that you can actually use it, because it would be a nightmare if you were to drop them and weren't able to pick them up again. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to showcase to you for now. That is where you find the 8 SCU boxes of Atlasium for the Wikelo Polaris, and again, like I said, if I do find any more areas where you can buy it, I will update this video. I might even make more, or I might remake the video and showcase those areas as well. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope this has been informative, and I shall catch you in our next video.